What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more John Foxx and another bonus track, another B-side. And in fact, I mentioned last time that I might do 3 B-sides in a row, but I think that might be a little long. So I'm just going to do one of the B-sides in this reaction, which is called Glimmer. And I'm trying to remember what it's a B-side for, like what single. So it's a B-side of No One Driving. And once again, shout out to Adrian for sending these, not only bonus tracks for Metamatic, but also The Garden. And yeah, I'm aware that this could be an instrumental. It seems like some of his tracks that were B-sides were very experimental and like electronic art pieces as much, if not more so, than proper songs. But the concept of to glimmer is to flash, but maybe inconsistently, maybe repeatedly, but to shine in some way, but again, maybe not constantly. So in that regard, I wonder whether there is lyrics and thus or there are lyrics, it's technically plural, but yes, whether that's in relation to a person or in relation to an experience or an event. If it is an instrumental, I wonder if some of the sonics will have a shine or maybe a pulsing intensity to them. So we'll see what I can pick up on a first listen. This is John Foxx. The track is Glimmer, and it's a B-side from the era of his 1980 album Metamatic. And again, a B-side to No One Driving. absolutely an art piece, electronic masterpiece. I really like that one. So I do think that multiple sounds were very shimmering and indeed glimmering. They had this bright shine, but sort of interrupted and segmented, and there were multiple layers sort of shining at different intensities. Definitely, like at the beginning, it already had this odd mixture and seeming like contradiction of being both subtle and intense at the same time. And definitely another tune that feels like it could be in an 80s sci-fi movie, but also very like contemplative and reflective, even as it had an electronic and flashing sort of feel to it. So yeah, and I like how there were some layers that were like longer, like flowing layers behind, almost like pads, and yet a lot of the attention of my brain and ears was on the more like flickering type of sounds or melodies at the front of the track. So yeah, again, maybe the title was chosen because that was the sonic atmosphere in a maybe unnamed track that he was working on. Maybe he set about to make a track that had a glimmer to it, even, and indeed, like I suppose glimmer can also mean like just a sliver, just a tiny bit, a glimmer of hope, as they often say. So, maybe there's an idea in there that, was sort of intense and a bit like, again, segmented or rapid fire, and yet there's still like a sense of hope in those sweeping, longer arc sounds. So yeah, a lot of food for thought. I feel like instrumental tunes in general tend to be like that, and especially when they're electronic, which, I listen to a lot of techno and trance and psybe and downtempo and so on, and some of them have samples, but a lot of them are just melody and percussion, and there's a freer environment for your brain to speculate and to assign characteristics to a piece of music where there are no words and lyrics. So yeah, ultimately I really enjoyed this one. Looking forward to the other two. Shout out again to Adrian for sharing, as well as to Han Solo for providing the original material on the John Foxx journey. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Peace.